Hello and good afternoon, everyone. It's a fantastic Saturday today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's an amazing Saturday. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the first and second quarter of the Juliana Imam Internship Property and Creative Consult mentorship program for the year 2024. It's been a fantastic 7 weeks, having incredible tutors, mentors, carry our teams along on. Um, a big thank you to our mentors, a big thank you to our mentees who've been around throughout. So all these moments have led to today, and today is our closing ceremony. So wherever you are in the world, grab a bottle of champagne and ensure that you're having a good time as well. I can see Mr. Joseph is already with us here, so I know that today is going to be full of rice and stew, that's jollof rice. Nigerian jollof, you can argue with your keyboard. Thank you. Okay, so once again, thank you and welcome to everyone to today's ceremony. It's going to be quite an amazing time today. These closing ceremonies are planned. We get to hear from our mentors, words of encouragement as we're rounding off. We get to hear from our mentees to know, okay, what have been your fabulous? Quickly, we'll just do a kind of introduction into what today is going to be like, as well as how we're going to flow through.
Okay, hello everyone. Please, can we all hear me? Sorry, it seems our moderator is having a little technical issue, and I'm sure he'll be joining us shortly. But once again, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I want to officially welcome everyone to our closing ceremony. I'm sure this is going to be an interesting program as we will be hearing from, as we look forward to hearing from not just our mentees, but also our mentors who have been with us throughout the course of the program. So, um, okay, just to move forward, I'll be taking some of the announcements for today. So, so, um, so like we've been announcing in the previous weeks, right? The registration for the new quarter is ongoing. So if you're interested in taking up our mentorship program in another quarter or in the next quarter, you can kindly do so. You can kindly register. I'm sure you may want to get a feel of what it is like in or partaking in other courses. The floor is open to you. You can kindly still register and we'll do well to reach out to you. Our courses available for mentorship are intellectual property, artificial intelligence and technology, the energy industry, fintech industry, health tech and law, patent drafting, blockchain, NFT and metaverse, um, data privacy and protection, entertainment business and law, and alternative dispute resolution. you can see that on the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program, we have quite a lot of courses, 10 of them, right, that are packed full with so much information that you can learn from mentors who are willing to dish out as much knowledge as they can. And I think our moderator is back, so I'll just give him the opportunity to continue from here. Welcome back, Goslow.
Okay, thank you so much, Dennis. I had serious network glitch. I thank God it's fixed now. Okay, thank you again. So I'll just take off from where Mr. Dennis was. Basically, Jiipcc has been a fantastic program over the years. Grooming future leaders, grooming future professionals. It's been a fantastic program spanning through an amazing repertoire of courses that you can always come back for. We've already begun registration for next quarter, so you're always welcome to pick on a course you did not do before. I'll just quickly go through the courses. I don't know if you had gone through that already. I'll just go through our courses so you can look at some things probably you want to come back for. We have the IP, that's the Internship course. Now, this course is basically a kind of training for innovators, creatives, or those who want to work with these kind of people to train them or align them on how best to protect their IP. Now, not just the regular IPs we know, there are so many other things embedded in this course that for one who wants to go into this field, it's a must attend. And then we have our AI and technology, that's artificial intelligence and technology. The world is changing. A lot of things are going into artificial intelligence. Right now, in this particular session, we have an AI taking notes for one of our mentors. So you can have an AI as an assistant. Things are happening. How do we manage AI? How well do we learn about machine learning? How do we analyze machine learning? Here at Jiipcc, we have a course for that training. We also have the energy industry. Truth is, over time, people are saying, okay, energy is losing its footing. Trust me, there's a whole lot in that program that can get you ready for the next action to take it with regards to the knowledge and the know-how to handle the energy industry. Then we have fintech industry. Right now in the world, in Nigeria, for example, in Africa, fintech has gone global. Fintech is phenomenal. We basically cannot do without fintech in our financial life. So how do we know how to regulate fintech? How do we understand the workings of fintech? That course handles and covers that. Health tech and law. Basically, people always ask, how then does law regulate health tech? Okay, is it a course just for lawyers or for law students? Basically, all our courses cut across the board, not just lawyers, not just law students. Even a medical practitioner can take health tech and law. You get to know emerging frontiers in technology and how it helps to advance advance health. And then how does the law regulate this tech and also regulate the health sector? We have patent drafting. Part of IP is the patent. A lot of people know about patent, but know how to draft patent. We have a course specially for that. Trust me, I've applied for some patent courses rather. They are pretty expensive, and here we give you that knowledge at the tip of your fingers. We also have the blockchain, NFT, and metaverse. This is one recurring aspect of our society right now. It's getting mind-blowing. It's going really insane with what you can do with blockchain, with NFTs, and the metaverse. Here at Jiipcc, we have professionals who would give you adequate knowledge on how to waltz into that particular career or that field with the perfect or the adequate knowledge to take over. Of course, we have data privacy and protection. Right now in the world, I think Nigeria is finally getting onto understanding more about data protection. It's not just what we have in our constitution about privacy. Now we've gotten laws that are evolving into having our own commission for data protection. You go to a place, how do you know that your data, your privacy has been breached? How do you know if it's being protected enough? You click accept, I accept on every app you're on. Right now, I think some days back or some weeks back, I think some days back, was an announcement as far there are a lot of jobs for data protection officers, and people are not there to take on these roles. If you're in that particular course, you get to understand how to take on responsibilities in the data protection and privacy sector. And of course, you have entertainment business and the law. This is one part where we have those who are in entertainment or people who want to go into entertainment law. You need to be there. This particular course cuts across not just the legal aspect of entertainment, but also the business aspect. Not just for lawyers, not just for law students. As many people who want to go into the entertainment sector, you need to understand this particular course. You need to attend this particular course and get that knowledge. And finally, we have the Alternative Dispute Resolution, ADR. Funny enough, my final year project was based off on this topic. What's happening to litigation? Are we saying that is ADR coming to take over, or is it a panacea to litigation? Trust me, you want to be in that particular sector or in that particular course to understand how best can we decongest our court systems. Most of the contracts you see today have a lot of things about arbitrations, mediations, negotiations, and the likes. How can we understand things and how to work with ADR to help our justice system? How can we work with contracts when we write these contracts and we see these kind of terms? How do we understand them? How do we go around them? Nigeria recently updated our ADR laws, and we have a new arbitration and mediation law. No longer the Arbitration and Conciliation Act we had in 2004. Now we have a new one of 2023. These are updates that are happening. How well do you know this? Okay, so we've gone through our courses. Now let's meet the amazing people who have been behind this. After introducing our mentors to us, we'll quickly go to have our keynote. Our keynote speaker is already with us, and in no time we'll be hearing from him on the keynote. So over the past 7 weeks, we've had a fantastic array of mentors who have been giving us back-to-back knowledge in all these courses across board. So I would quickly want to give a shout out to all our mentors and say a big thank you to them. So mentees, I want to encourage you, if you're a mentor who was in a course you took, kindly give a thumbs up in the comments below or in the chat box. Give an appraisal to them. Thank them for a phenomenal job they have been doing through.
Hello, Mr. Goslov. Are you still with us? Okay, I think our moderator is still having a little network issue, and I trust he will be joining us as soon as he can. So once again, I want to welcome all our mentors and our mentees to today's closing ceremony. It has been such a wonderful experience having to interact with both mentors and mentees on the different course. So for our mentors, we can see that we've had so many mentors cut across all our courses, from fintech to intellectual property to artificial intelligence to health tech and law to data privacy and protection, energy industry, entertainment business and law, blockchain, patent drafting, and alternative dispute resolution. Right, you can see the faces. So many mentors who have volunteered their time and their resource and also their knowledge to ensure that they are able to run us through the nitty gritties of the particular courses that we all have had the opportunities to partake in or partake of. So without further ado, right, as we say big shout out to all our mentors, we just want to give the floor to our co-founder, Mr. Joseph Obo. He's currently here with us for his keynote speech. I'm sure he has quite a lot of words of encouragement to share with us as regards moving forward for our mentees, and what are some of the things he would like for us to know as pertaining what we have experienced and what we would be gaining from the knowledge we have gotten over the course of the 7 weeks of mentorship that we have gone through. So, Mr. Joseph, sir, the floor is over to you, sir. We would like to hear from you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis. Thank you, Mr. Godslove. I want to say a very big thank you and congratulations to all the mentors and of course, especially the mentees. Congratulating the mentees because you've showed character to have started the program and of course to be ending one leg of it because education is transient. You study today. You don't say because you are done with the Jiipcc program, that now means that it's the end of your journey towards knowledge acquisition. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy that Jiipcc has been able to put this together. It would not have been possible without your support, the support of the mentees, and especially, of course, the support of the mentors. So we want to say a very big thank you to everyone and for everyone to have gotten to this extent. It's actually worth congratulating ourselves. I would just want to say that as Jiipcc, our commitment is beyond the mentorship program. There are several stories of mentees who have come through this program. I would tell one particular story of one of our mentees who had gone through the Jiipcc mentorship program, and he was also looking at proceeding to Harvard University, having done the program. There are others who finished the program and also proceeded to schools across Europe, in Canada, the United States. So what we do here beyond the mentorship program is to support you on that journey. So if you have schools that are requiring anything for which you need to show that you've been part of something educational, please feel very free to reach out to Jiipcc. We'll be very, very excited to support you beyond, just the mentorship program that you've had. We want to be part of your future. We want to be part of your future successes. We want to be part of your future academic pursuits. We want to be part of anything that would bring educational or knowledge advancement for you, particularly. I just have a few other words to share. And as somebody who has played some role, I don't want to say key role, because I can't necessarily judge myself. But the reality is that I've been into the human rights space for a very long time, spanning almost a decade, about 10 to 12 years. And beyond that as well, I've also had cause to work with companies on a corporate level in terms of supporting boardrooms, making decisions within the boardroom and all of that. And one other thing that I've come to realize is, the world is actually changing. And I will say that because of an experience that I read of on Instagram. I think the story was carried on Instablog Niger about someone who was on a wheelchair, who walked into a very popular eatery at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. And while he was there, the manager of the facility began to yell at him that he should walk out. He should walk out of the eatery. They necessarily didn't require his presence, in that environment. And it was more of a social media sensation. Everybody had one or two things to say, and that particular scenario particularly boils down to issues around human rights and business. is not something that gets a lot of attention. When people talk about human rights, most of the time, they see human rights from the angle of maybe right to life, police brutality, end SARS, things like that. Maybe people are maybe kidnapped. People are discriminated against. People can also look at human rights from the angle of LGBTQ, rights and all of that. There are different lenses through which you can actually look at issues bordering on human rights, basically. But I just want to zoom our focus in on, what corporates do, what companies must do to ensure that they necessarily do not put their brand in harm's way. And to primarily do that, I want us to look at human rights very briefly in another 2 to 3 minutes. I just want to give a background so that we can start thinking about some of these things, because I know that very much of us would have to work beyond your schooling. Some of us mentees, even our mentors, we're already working in organizations where we are doing big numbers, but much of the time, most companies don't avert their minds to the issues around human rights within the workplace, within businesses, within corporates, within multinational corporations, and the likes. So basically, there's more of a new lingua. It's necessarily not new, but if you have heard about the UNGP, it just simply means the United Nations Guiding Principles. And what the guiding principles deals on has to do with business. And basically, the goal of the UNGP is primarily to see that human rights norms are mainstreamed into the activities of corporates, of businesses. One would be asking, what's the relationship between human rights and business? So I would go back to the story that I talked about that was on Instablog, on social media. And if you look at the actions of an individual telling somebody to leave an eatery, for example, because the person was on a wheelchair and they needed more space in the facility, you would begin to see issues around discrimination, issues around discrimination against persons with disability. You would also imagine that how would just one shout, bring about a lot of human rights implications within that particular business premises. So it's something that as individuals, we have to avert our minds to. It might necessarily not be a very popular subject within Nigeria, but when you move across Europe, especially, much of these things, they are very big deals. They are very, very big deals. So basically what the United Nations did was to bring about guiding principles on human rights to help companies to determine how they interact within human rights norms. And that's been around for over a decade now. So basically what the UNGP strives to achieve has to do with it's on a tripod. I call it a tripod because there are 3 ways from which you can actually look at what the UNGPs are really about. And the first thing basically has to do with the state's duty to protect human rights, business responsibility to respect human rights, and access to effective remedy. Of course, we're all aware that the state has a duty to protect. So what the state does by protecting human rights basically has to do with ensuring that the enabling environment for human rights to thrive is available. When we now talk about the business's responsibility to respect human rights, that just basically means that businesses have to consciously mainstream human rights into their operations. Then the third leg of it has to do with access to remedy. Access to remedy. The goal of that third ambit of it basically is the fact that if, for example, somebody's human rights has been abused. Let me just quickly create the distinction between human rights violation and human rights abuse. Human rights violation is when the state itself is violating the human rights. Sorry, human rights violation is when the state itself is violating the human rights of its citizens or persons within its territorial domain. Then when you look at human rights abuses, that's where individuals come in, when an individual abuses another person's rights, or even when corporates. So what the UNGP basically strives to achieve is to see how corporate bodies, companies, businesses can also play their role in ensuring that human rights are protected human rights are protected, and people can enjoy their rights without any fear and all of that. So in finality, it's a business's responsibility. If you run a business, you hope to run a business, or you work in a company and you do business, you have stakeholders within your business. You have a line of interaction, especially within the value chain of what your business represents. Then it's your business's responsibility to respect human rights. And I just wanted to have this keynote dwell a little on that, so that we can begin to develop that thinking, we can begin to push the narrative. And as much as that continues to go on, we'll begin to see more responsible companies playing their roles within the human rights space. Then also, it's also a business's responsibility to avoid infringing on the human rights of its staff or its stakeholders. Every business has its own line of doing business, so it's the goal that we must avoid the infringement on human rights by corporates, by businesses. Then another thing that companies would do, if a company were to come up, for example, maybe with a workplace policy, you would expect that. If a company were to bring on board maybe a policy on maybe sexual harassment, for example, showing up to work early, knowing how to deal with clients, issues around maybe the company's processes and principles for doing business. All of those policies, the HR will be thinking of those things. But much of the time, you hardly hear of companies having a human rights policy. So basically, I'm saying all of this so that we can begin to think around how we can begin to push for human rights policies to be part of the things that are important within what a company does in its interactions with third parties and its stakeholders. So having a human rights policy that is committed to respecting human rights, human rights due diligence is another thing. Of course, lawyers will understand what due diligence is actually really about in terms of its practicality. So the same way you think around due diligence as a lawyer, you can also think around human rights due diligence. It's something that is quite popular, like I said, across Europe and some other countries, and even Uganda here, they have a human rights and business action plan that they recently came up with. So I believe that Nigeria can learn one or two things around what really goes on within the space of human rights and business. So it's very important, it's very key. And finally, this was just to just add to the body of knowledge. That there's so much knowledge out there, and you don't take more than 2 to 3 clicks of a button on your laptop to be able to find information across the world. So my 2 cents basically was just to bring about an infusion of the concept around human rights and business as something that we can live here thinking about, something that we can live here replicating as we go on in life, doing the things that we do. So on a final note, and this is actually on a final note, I really want to appreciate all our mentors. It's because of you. It's because of your sacrifice. It's because of your love for the mentees that this program has actually held. Knowledge is very expensive. For you to have put this all out for impacting the mentees of this program, Jiipcc wants to say a very big thank you. I personally, as Obo Joseph, I want to say a very, very big thank you. And on behalf of our founder, Juliana Imam, I want to say a very big thank you as well. I'm very happy that we've had a lot of persons rally around this particular mentorship program. The mentorship program would not be what it is without the sacrifices of our mentors over the years. We are extremely grateful. We cannot say thank you enough. We hope to have what it takes to be able to show how grateful we are as Jiipcc. And to the mentees who have taken part in this program, thank you so very much. And we are also indeed very grateful for your commitment to learning. I know that it might not have been rosy for the past 7 weeks, but for those of you who took the extra step to participate in the program as if your life depended on it, thank you so much. I'm sure that you would definitely get the feedback because knowledge doesn't hide. And my prayer also is that as you've learned few things. Keep the journey of learning. Just keep learning, and beyond learning, you have to see how you can move beyond acquiring knowledge to the point of providing value within the marketplace. Because knowledge is one thing. You must be able to find a means of translating that knowledge either into a service or into a product, into something that can generate value to you, that you can tie to the Jiipcc program. So this is another uphill task for you. Take it as a challenge that you can definitely deliver on. And if you need help at any point in time, either maybe you want to reach out to certain mentors, you want to enter into certain relationships with mentors, or even with the Jiipcc Academy itself, please feel very free. Reach out to us. We're here for you. Our goal is that we keep pushing the bounds of knowledge till we can eradicate ignorance. I don't know how possible that is anyways, but it's something that we can actually try out. Everybody can do their bit to ensure that we leave the world, in a better place. And at the end of the day, our lives will be better for it. So thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you to the Jiipcc team. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you to everyone who has made this program what it is today. And to everyone that intends to invite their friends, their colleagues, their classmates, their professional bodies to be part of the Jiipcc program, I want to say a very big thank you to you in advance. Let's keep in touch, and let's keep doing everything that would make Nigeria, of course, is our country, and the world at large, because we have a diverse audience here. Let's just keep doing what we can do to make the world a better place, one day at a time. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. What a very, very warm keynote. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard it from Mr. Joseph Obo, our co-founder here at Jiipcc. It's always amazing, sir, having you around. His keynotes are always, they have these goosebumps they give to you, because he always touches things you need to learn, you need to go more into. Thank you so much, sir. It's always a phenomenal time having you speak to us like this. Mentees, I believe some of us might have heard from him throughout the program. These are the visionaries behind the Jiipcc program. And when he comes like this to say things, it's from a place of passion, comes from his heart. Thank you again, sir, for being with us and for this vision. Thank you for always holding it through. Okay, so we've come to another amazing part of today's ceremony. But before I forget, this year, as a way of appreciating mentees for phenomenal participation, we'll be having most outstanding mentees for every course. Yes, so towards the end of today's closing ceremony, we're having our awards being given. I'll be calling the recipients of the various awards. Now ask yourself, ask your real self, do I merit an award for my participation in this quarter? Ask yourself, be real with that answer. Some of us, I think some of you got your score sheets for your exam, for your articles. How was that? So if you can reply that in the chat box, how did you feel when you saw your score for the quarter? Did you expect more? Did you say, thank you, Lord? I know there are times when you're in school and you see a result and like, finally, I thought I was not going to make it through. So moving on, I want to let you know that Jiipcc is not just a program you come and you pass through. The process needs to pass through you. Mr. Joseph has said about our mentees who have gone out to do amazing things. This is one program that sets you off for a life of great work. Okay, Manilola said, I said, thank you, Lord. Okay. So one more time, I want to say a big thank you to all our mentors who have done a phenomenal job. We'll be opening up the chat to our mentors pretty soon to have them give us some words of wisdom. We have some of our mentors here with us already, and we'll be reaching out to them. Please, mentees, get ready. You have about 3 minutes to tell us, or 2 minutes, I think 2 minutes, to tell us your name, what you do. Are you a student? Are you a professional in a course already? Then, how did this program benefit you, and what would you be doing with the knowledge you've gotten from this program? Okay, Chudu maybe said, I also said, thank you, Lord. Olua Shegu Philip said, I said, thank you, Lord. Okay, So quickly, I want to go through to some of our mentors who have been with us. And we have Mrs. Shukurat with us today. And she's one mentor who has been always with Jiipcc. Funny enough, she was one time a mentee with Jiipcc. So you can imagine how you can have this metamorphosis here in the program. It's a vision one day, a dream to also come to this program one day as a mentor. I don't know what your dream is joining this program. This one person who has set herself apart as a phenomenal mentor. Okay, so I want to open the floor to Mrs. Amusa Shukra Modupeola to give us her final notes, final things she thinks she wants the mentees to learn, to know, as they've gone through these 7 weeks and garnered so much wisdom. She was our mentor in the patent drafting course. She was in the IP course as well as in entertainment, business, and law programs. Okay, please, mentor Shukirat, over to you, ma'am. Let's get your wisdom, final words you want to give to our mentees as they move on after their mentorship program. Over to you, ma'am. You should stay with us, please.
Hello, God's love. Hi, everyone.
Hello, IP Goddess. Amazing time having you again with us.
I'm so happy, like, thank God this program is going to end at the end of the day. I understand that feeling. When we were doing hers, it was I think it was 9 weeks thereabouts. At the 7th, 8th, 9th week, people were already tired. You understand? But I think it's now shortened to 6 weeks now, and that's a very good one. So just like God's love mentioned, yes, I used to be a mentee, but then it was not as if I didn't know what I was doing. Sometimes you just want to validate your knowledge on something. Like, okay, yes, I have this knowledge. I have had different WIPO certificates, but still I was like, do I know what I've been doing? Okay, other than writing WIPO courses, can I actually talk about IP anyway? So when I saw the Juliana Imam opportunity as a mentor, I was like, I don't want to go into this program just to be a mentor. I would like to be a mentee, look at what they are doing and see if it's actually worth it for me to now become a mentor. So I put in as a mentee, and I was in, I think group 1. Yes, group 1. And I had my colleagues as well. And we did our homework, we contribute. However, you find that in every group, there are some people who don't like to contribute, right? So now don't say because these people are not doing so things. I will now lay back and not do it at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's like a collective effort. They're not giving just one person glory for it. If the group does well, everybody in the group does well. So you all earn it. And another thing I would like to say is I realize that when you guys are presenting, when the presenter is not around, nobody wants to take the lead to present. I mean, yes, it's a group work, but at the same time, you're also trying to develop yourself. I can remember, when I tell people I'm an introvert, they don't believe, right? But this idea of speaking, talking to people, I don't have that zeal before, I don't do that. But when I was doing my master's program, they have to dedicate to us. Oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I can remember that then I was the one in charge of tutorials. When it's time for exam, I'll be the one to call people together. Okay, it's time for tutorial. I'll be the one to organize it, this and that. So that was where I started speaking. And look at it now, right? So when I go to speak, sometimes, yes, the fear might still be there once in a while, but at least you are able to still face your fears and do what exactly it is you want to do. So in life, you don't know what you are doing will take you to, but try as much as possible to put in your all. What is what doing at all is what doing well. Look at God's love. He put in as a mentor, as a mentee, and look at what he's doing now. You see that in, let's say, coming year, you just see the fact that he's also a mentor. So just put in your all. Don't go to it because IP is what is reigning now. I used to people going into entertainment law. Why? Because they've seen entertainment lawyers that are lawyers to A-list artists, and you believe, there will be money in this thing. You don't know what they go through. You don't know the stress. In fact, some lawyers, when their clients call them by 1 a.m. in the morning where they're sleeping, they don't have a choice than to stand up. So don't look at, there's money in IP. You might think there's money in IP, but look at the way IP is in Nigeria. Do it because, yes, you want to be known in this area. You have a passion for it. So let's assume you're a fashion designer, or probably you're into skincare and all. You just okay, fine. I want to know everything that relates to this industry. And how does IP also relate? So when you are facing your client, you are able to, put in the right IP clauses, talk about this, talk about that. Or a photographer, you're able to request for the purpose of use, so you know how can they use it, when can they use it, who owns the right. So you don't just find yourself infringing on somebody's right at the end of the day. So just have an idea of what you are doing. And even if you don't have a business, it's also applicable to an individual. Do you understand? You don't want to use somebody's. I can remember the other day, my sister wanted to do a flyer. And she sent the image to me first. After the designer designed, she was like, see, look at what we are doing. I said, this image, do you have a permission for it? She was like, she thinks so. I was like, even if you don't have a permission, check if it's under a Creative Commons license. And she went to the designer. I was like, this image, is it okay to you? The guy said, yes, that's under Creative Commons license. So all of these things, even if you're not a business owner, try as much as possible to have an understanding, because when the backlash is going to come, you can't exclude yourself. So I think I'm going to rest here. And thank you to Jiipcc. Thank you to the to Mr. Obo, Mrs. Obo as well. We are grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure having you with us. I remember the first time I met Mrs. Shukurat. It was so mind-blowing. I would never forget. I think for those who are in the IP course, you would have learned the cycle of IP. If you have not crammed that or have that by heart by now, if you don't have that by heart by now, there's something wrong with you. Do not forget, create it, register it, police it, monetize it, over. Like, it's always amazing. So thank you so much, man. I've loved her, the goddess of IP. She's simply amazing. Do not forget to follow her across all social media platforms, X, Instagram, LinkedIn. On Instagram, you can also get so much education from her because she has the intangible nugget. And I think I always ask her this question: do you get the IP problem before it comes out? Because I barely hear of the IP issue. She's already posted it. Always doing a great job. Mr. Jesse, you agree with me, Mr. Joseph? The way she posts these things, I say, how do you get gossip about the thing coming out? Because it's almost as though she already has the foresight, like this is going to happen, and then she talks about it. One more time, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. It's been amazing having you with us. Okay, so I want to move on to another mentor who is here with us. Please, he's going to pardon me. That is Nanchang Nangwang. I hope I got that. Please, when you come on board, help me to pronounce the name properly so that I do not murder your name. Please, you help me pronounce it properly. And we have one of our mentors here with us. Again, I would say from the AGR course is Nanchang Nangwang. Please, over to you. Let's get your words of wisdom and your final words to our mentees as they round off this course. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't know if we still have the mentor with us here. Okay, so while we wait to hear from him, as I think as we move on, I want to go into hear from another mentor who has been with us throughout the program as well. That is Mariam Hassan. Good afternoon, ma'am, and thank you for always being here with us. I think I've seen her in other quarters as well. Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much. Please, we'd love to hear your words of wisdom as we give final felicitations to our mentees. Over to you, please. I think she was also in the ADR course.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy to be here again. Can you hear me? Just to be sure.
Yes, please. Thank you. We can hear you.
Okay. Happy to be here again. And thank you once again for being, making me part of this closing ceremony. First of all, I want to apologize. I actually missed the mentorship session, right? And that will be the first session I'll be missing since I became a mentor on this mentorship program. Something urgent came up, but I was quite heartbroken that I couldn't join, but I'm happy to be part of the closing ceremony. So I will start by thanking Jiipcc, for this opportunity every time to be part of this. And congratulations to all the mentees. I'm hoping that you're filled with, a lot of joy and fulfillment. Given the past few weeks that you've been, I had 7 weeks, and that's a long time. So I'm sure you're all glad that this has come to an end. You've gone through, I would say, a transformative journey of learning, growth, and empowerment, right? So today should be a day of celebration for you because it's finally come to an end. So you should be applauding yourself and proud of what you've accomplished so far. It's no small feat, to be honest, right? You're more knowledgeable than your peers that haven't joined this program, and I hope that you let them know on all the knowledge that you've gained here so that they can be a part of it for the next quarter. So seeing that you're all from different academic backgrounds, but you still chose to do this regardless. So remember to always celebrate your wins. So go on that LinkedIn, and make sure you post and talk about it and spread the Jiipcc gospel always. I'm very certain that you've learned skills here that you can take on to both your personal lives and your work lives as well. Having to work together as a team and bringing your individuality to it as always. Like Shukrat mentioned, during the presentations, I also noticed that, when whoever is to present does not present, nobody wants to step up. So those are things you should learn to do. Always have a backup, not just a backup, everybody on the team should be able to present because you all worked on the presentation together. So even if whoever you've nominated to do the presentation is, not available to do it, somebody should be able to step up to do that. You always have quiet ones in the group. I hope you're not one of the quiet ones in the group, but I would say that the quiet ones in the group also, they get to add their own flavor to it. I've also been in different groups, and sometimes maybe keeping quiet helps, right? But I just feel you need to always contribute and say something, be a part of it, show that you've engaged with the program. So I just wanted to touch base on that as well. And I keep saying this, that working with people generally requires a high level of emotional intelligence and patience, right? So even working as a group, you've sort of developed that in a way which you would also still need in your work career or even in your personal lives. So do not underestimate the value of the teamwork or being a team player, right? That's a skill that you have learned from some of these sessions. You would think it's not, but it's a skill which you would take on to other areas of your life. So like Brian Tracy says, that people who develop the ability to continuously acquire new and better forms of knowledge that they can apply to their work and to their lives will be the movers and shakers in our society for the future, right? So do you want to be part of the movers and shakers of the industry that you're in now? I'm sure we all do. So everything that you've learned here kind of puts you a step ahead. So continue, to put your best in. As a mentor on this program, even though I was not part of the last session, but for every session that I've been a part of, I've always learned something from both the mentees and the mentors as well, because, acquiring knowledge is never ending. It's a continuous process. And to all the mentors that, were part of this session and every other sessions we've had, thank you for, generously volunteering to your time, your wisdom, your expertise to this session. I would say that it's invaluable for all the mentees. So thank you for pouring into them. Our support generally has made this program possible and a success. So to the mentees, thank you for being a part of this program. Thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone. I continue to encourage you to explore, take on new skills, learn something you've never learned before, just go outside your comfort zone to learn something. And don't take for granted the connections that you've made on this program. Every single person here, try to connect with them. I have no doubts that you continue to try to attain new heights and, excel in whatever field that you find yourself. So on the final notes, just try and connect with everyone on LinkedIn here to, expand your network. I always say it, expand your network and do that through LinkedIn. Stay in touch always. You can also add me on LinkedIn. My name is Miriam Hassan on LinkedIn. And you can reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. So thank you, Jiipcc, once again for this platform. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. So my first day I saw her. Please pardon me. She's actually from the fintech course. The first day I saw her, I was asking myself, where does Jiipcc get all these beautiful mentors? It's nice. Beauty and brains and mentors are beautiful, they are handsome, and also very intelligent, as well as taking over space in the sectors they are in. So it's really phenomenal. So we know that beauty can also, should I say, take over the space of intellect. But thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for being an amazing mentor. It's been really amazing. I've been in her sessions and she's been awesome. Okay, we've heard from a few mentors. Quickly, I'll call another mentor, but by the time I'm doing that, I want to advise that all mentees are going to speak. Yes, we want to know once again your name, what you're doing right now. Are you a student or are you a professional in a field already? Also, what have you learned from the program? How would you be applying what you've learned from the program? Also, tell us what course you did. For those of us who are doing plenty courses, let's know all these courses, how you're going to apply them moving forward. So what you're going to do is, once our mentor is speaking, next mentor is speaking, please signify with the raise of hand emoji, and we'll call on you once we start doing that. I have my pen and I was taking a list of names as I see the hands being raised. So we'll see how many names or how many people we can take on before the session is over. Okay, so I'll be moving on to the energy sector, energy course. I will want to hear from our mentor, Mr. Uboho Iyang. Hello, sir. It's an amazing time having you again with us. Welcome to the closing ceremony. We want to hear your wisdom and your final words to our mentees as a wrap off this quarter. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, our mentor from the energy course, Mr. Uboho Iyang. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Right. Yeah. I want to first start by appreciating the Jiipcc team for granting me the opportunity to be a mentor. I guess you can see me now. Yeah. So I just want to thank Jiipcc for the opportunity to be a mentor. It's been, I've learned as much as I've also passed knowledge. So I see it as a two-way thing. I actually don't see it like it's a one-way traffic where you have to pass across. You also learn as a mentor. That being said, I want to thank the hosts and the moderators. What's your colleague's name, Kamalo? What's his name? Danish. Great job you guys have been doing. Keep it up. I guess there are lots of things, even the mentees, we need to learn when it comes to presentation skills. In terms of my mentees, you guys have done a whole lot greatly. The interactions have been so great. Your presentations, obviously, during the sessions, we've had opportunities to chip in a thing or two in terms of how to improve on your presentation skills and all of those. But by and large, I've seen great teamwork. I've seen intellectual sophistry display. I've seen that as far as I'm concerned, you have great talents. The world can only be your oyster. So you've got a whole lot to prove to the world that you are what the world has been looking for. So never stop pushing yourself, and never stop facing the challenge and taking up whatever opportunity life throws at you to show that you've got what it takes. And in terms of what to do going forward, I mean, not just for those in the energy practice, any other practice, fintech, intellectual property, and the rest. Um, just do things to put yourself out there, like we've discussed. Never run away from challenges. Engage in public conversations. The ability to write. You can start small. It might not be perfect the first time you start, but as you build up, it's a practice. So practice means no one is perfect. Even I myself, I'm also learning. So, put yourself out there, take up opportunities, and yeah, you can always reach across to the mentors and other persons in the industry that you're interested in. I guess even LinkedIn is an easy platform for you to do that. Having said that, yeah, thank you so much for having me, and I wish you all the best. And hopefully, we see you next quarter. Have a great bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. As always, it's always a pleasure having you with us during the program. Thank you for impacting your wisdom into our. Okay, quickly, we want to hear from some of our mentors, our mentees rather. Please, can you still hear me?
Can hear you. Yes, I can
Okay,
hear
thank
you.
you so much. Thank you. Okay, so quickly we want to hear from some of our mentees to know from them. We still have some mentors with us today, but let's just swap things up a bit. Let's hear from our mentees. Let's also get to feel what they've enjoyed from the program. The one thing about me is if I know you, I would always start with you. So to kick off with the mentees, let's welcome Mr. Nathaniel Osagie.
All
Of
right,
course, if I
all
know
right.
you, I'll
Thank
come to
you.
you first.
All right, he just had to start with me, Mr. Kamalu. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to open the floor on making a remark on how much the whole process has been beneficial to me and to us in general. I'd like to seize this opportunity to thank the Jiipcc Academy team for this laudable initiative. It was actually really mind blowing and very informative. So it's been it's been a 6 weeks of incisive and in-depth learning, and I must say I've learned a lot. By the way, my name is Nathaniel Osage, and I enrolled in the data privacy protection stream of the program, and I learned a lot. Okay, and our mentors were quite amazing. I want to commend the pragmatic approach of the mentors for helping us see the practical dimensions of all of what we learned. It was not abstract, it was not vague. They actually drove it home. And that's one thing that stood out for me. I learned, you know, data privacy is one aspect of law that I've always been really enthusiastic about. And what was done for me on this program is that they helped me see the practical career pursuit in that direction. Um, I actually like what the co-founder said during his keynote address. That gave me a whole lot of thrill. That it does not just end with this particular mentorship program, that we'll still have a relationship with the Jiipcc Academy. If by any chance we would need any sort of assistance in our future endeavors, that we could always reach out. That brought a lot of excitement, I must say. So thank you very much, sir, Mr. Joseph Opo. Thank you for putting this together. Many thanks to Ma'am Juliana Iman too. I am very grateful. Um, I must also commend one of my mentors, Mr. Solomon Okidara. I particularly love his approach. I love his approach so much. He made me understand that pictures are not sensitive data, because I had thought that pictures are sensitive data. But he made me see that it is not. It is not sensitive personal data. He had to refer me to the definition section of the Data Privacy Act that really explains what sensitive personal data are. And one more thing as a closing note, um, before before enrolling on this program, I had taken on other courses online, Coursera on data privacy. I'd done a course on Coursera, but what this program helped me do is that it inspired me to do some more research along certain lines. One of the lawful bases for data processing, for example, legitimate interest, it was so abstract to me. I've always understood that data controllers could have a legitimate interest for processing people's data. But I kept saying to myself, what could this legitimate interest be? So on the program, I got to understand that perfectly, that a company, for example, could have a lawful basis, a legitimate interest in processing people's data, for example, processing for the purpose of data prevention and fraud prevention, direct marketing, network security. So that inspired me to research more to find out, okay, what kind of data could be processed for the purpose of network security? And I understood that IP addresses is one of them. Can you still hear me, please?
Nathaniel, take it to LinkedIn. You want to start a data privacy class right now, right? Take it to LinkedIn. Go ahead,
All right,
please.
That's the extent of how impactful the program was. So I am grateful to the mentors. I'm grateful to my fellow mentees who made it a very exciting ride for me. So thank you so much. I am grateful. So I'll leave it for someone else to continue right now. Thank you, Mr. Kamalu,
You're welcome.
for setting this trap for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Nathaniel. Thank you. Nathaniel, I think if the program had not commenced when it did, he would have come to my house to beat me because he was really invested in the program. Thank you so much for benefiting from it. From what you said, I can actually imagine. And data privacy is one course where we have the mentees are always, I think all our courses, basically, all our courses. I know Solomon is one name you hear over and over and over from data privacy mentees. Jiipcc is one program that you cannot leave this program without being inspired to write, to research, to read more. That's one thing about this program. Our mentors understand the place of inspiring you. That's why it's a mentorship program, not just a course. You're being mentors to take up space. Okay, I want to go on to another mentee. I've been looking at his face all through the call. Hello, Oluwasegun Philip. He's always having a very nice smiley face in every session, sometimes very serious. Hello, sir. How are you? Let's get to meet you. Let's know what you're doing, as well as the program you went through and how you benefited from the Jiipcc program. Over to you, Mr. Oluwasegun.
I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, please.
All right. So I think first of all, let's appreciate Mr. Goslow for awesomely moderating us for every session. I mean, your attitude and spirit is quite encouraging at every presentation, and I really appreciate that. I was in the intellectual property class, and I learned a lot. Intellectual property has been something that I had been quite interested in, even as a law student before, and when I started practicing also, and it had been something I wanted to know more about. So coming across the Jiipcc program, it was an opportunity for me to, okay, let's see what it's about. And I got more than I expected, and I'm really grateful for it, because it's not just about the knowledge, it's about the fact that now we have access to people that we know that, okay, if I ever need to learn something about this, I can just go into their LinkedIn account and ask questions. And I'm really grateful to every single one of our mentors for how much they exerted in making us to know from every topic, from the introduction to different aspects. We talked about geographical indicators, we talked about the AFCTA, different things that affected intellectual property, and the fact that each mentor made it practical for us. So we were not just talking about okay, this is what intellectual property is. We were literally seeing how it applied to every single aspect in areas that we did not even realize before. But now we are knowledgeable about it. I'm very grateful to all our mentors. I would love to mention Mrs. Oyekachi, how she took our time in answering the questions that were asked and the explanation. Indeed, every single one of our mentors, every question that we asked, they took their time, they explained with examples, and you would realize that most of the things you feel that are questions have been things that have been faced by one person or the other at different times. So I think one major thing I know I'm definitely going to do with this knowledge is that I'm going to do more, I'm going to learn more, and I'm going to spread this gospel of intellectual property more, to spread the awareness, because it's something that, like I mentioned earlier when we were preparing our video, it doesn't just affect the individual, it affects the national ecosystem. It's something that Nigeria is really blessed with, and we really need to let people know and see that. So I am very grateful to Jiipcc for the opportunity. I'm very grateful to every single of our mentor. I pray that God will continue to help us do more. In Jesus' name, thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Philip. It's an honor to have served. Thank you so much. And it's really been amazing having you on the program as well. Okay, hand has been up for a while. Hello, Gloria. Jude, good afternoon. Let's get to meet you. Tell us what you're doing, your name, and how the program you were in and how you've benefited from the program. Over to you, Gloria Jude.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Kamalo. Thank you for ushering me in. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gloria Jude Akaronye. I'm a law graduate, legal analyst, legal assistant, also a researcher and an article writer. First of all, I want to say thank you so much. I say thank God for bringing this mentorship opportunity my way, and also helping me to conclude it smoothly today. And I want to say thank you to the organizers, Jiipcc organizers, and then even all our mentors on the world. I say thank you. It's so amazing. It's a great one. And then it opened up a lot. I enrolled with the ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution, and it was so amazing. They were so wonderful. They are best brains, I must tell you, best brains. They opened up a lot to us. You know, everything about ADR agreements to mediate, arbitration, arbitral awards, and all of that, okay, clauses, and all that is needed, even the skills to be a good mediator and arbitrator, okay? The skills like good listener, you need to be a very good listener, even emotional intelligence, you need to have all of that, okay? A lot were opened up, and I so much really enjoyed it. Okay, going forward, this knowledge don't just end with me. I'm gonna share it out there. Social media handles, my social media handles, I'll just keep on pronouncing it, because actually now even the courts are aware that even the courts are also recognizing this ADR so much that some cases are even aligned, are even mapped out for ADR. Some cases are mapped out for ADR, and then to conclude it through ADR. So that is how important and how recognized ADR has come to be. So we need to, I'll share it out, and also I'm going to be fully certified, okay, fully certified mediator, arbitrator through House ADR Training Institute, and then finally become one of their ADR practitioners from there. So this is a wonderful opportunity. I want to say thank you, Jiipcc, once again, and then let them continue to do what they are doing best. So thank you. So that is it for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gloria. It's been amazing having you with us on the program. I love your smile. It is so contagious. Beautiful smile you have there. And I'm so happy that you're pushing on in your and advancing into the ADR space. That's one thing I'll say again I love about Jiipcc. It pushes you to your full potentials, to get more from yourself. Yes. And I
Exactly.
cannot wait one day as an arbitrator or a negotiator or a mediator. I cannot wait. Thumbs up to you. Take over the multi-door court houses and do great job. Good one. Okay, someone just put up on the chat box his device is pretty low at the moment, so I'll just read through before I call the next person. Okay, Chidumebi Ukegu says, my name is Chidumebi Ukegu. I'm a lawyer, recently called to the bar this year. Congratulations for that. And I'm currently undergoing the NYSC program. Okay, the Jiipcc program stretched me in terms of research, writing articles, and preparing presentations. Of course, here at Jiipcc, you must learn how to do that. And the funny thing was, during my time, I did not know about ChatGPT. I went through a lot. Okay, Mr. Joseph, if I knew ChatGPT then, if I knew it then, trust me. Okay, I was part of the IP program, and for every live session I joined, I gained a lot of insight, especially the one on geographical indication. Of course, that was one very expository session. This program has inspired me to write more articles, do more research, take more courses like this, and specialize in intellectual property. I believe Nigeria has a lot of potential in the IP space. So there's a lot of awareness to be created and impact. Thank you so much to Chidumebi Ukegu. Of course, please take up space and cement yourself in the IP space. There's so much work to be done. I was also there doing the session on geographical indication, and funny enough, I'm already writing a paper on that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that feedback. Okay, I'll have another hand up. That is Deborah Ose Kyoya. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? The floor is yours. Let's get to meet you. What program are you in? What are you doing? How are you going to use the knowledge you've learned from this program? Over to you, Deborah.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Deborah Onolu Nonsense, and I'm currently a 300 level student in Redeemers University, and I was privileged to be a mentee of the entertainment business and the law. My experience during the Jiipcc MIP was exhilarating and intellectually stimulated in terms of legal research and presentation skills. And I intend to use the knowledge that I have gotten from Jiipcc as a foundation to build up more on the subject matter and contribute my quota to my generation and posterity at large. And I want to use this opportunity to thank the indefatigable team of Jiipcc and our invaluable mentors. God bless you all exceedingly. God bless you. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Sorry, did you all hear me?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. We did hear you.
Thank you. Oh, you didn't hear me? Should I
We
go
heard
on?
We
you.
heard you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Goslov, are you still with us? Okay,
Yes,
since
it's
Mr. Goslov is having a little bit of network issues, so we'll just be taking the next mentee. I can see Mr. Samuel C. Chuku, right? I especially know Mr. Samuel from the artificial intelligence course. It's nice meeting you here on this closing ceremony, Mr. Samuel. We just want to hear from you also. In 3 minutes, we just get your own feedback as regards your experience overall during the course of the program.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I want to be sure that everyone can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
hear you.
I can see a lot of familiar faces. I would say very big thank you. My name is Samuel C. Chuku, and I was part of the artificial intelligence cohort. First and foremost, it was a very, very, very cerebral experience. I've been involved in the space as a lawyer, but one of the good things that the Jiipcc Mentorship Program has done is to take my focus to certain germane areas in the AI space that's been overlooked. And that's because of our natural inclination to focus on the more traditional parts of law practice in Nigeria and in Africa. But during the course of this 6 weeks, and I must say it was a bit intense for me, because I remember one of the days when I was to do a presentation on behalf of my group, and I was at an ADR meeting. So I had to excuse myself and rush to the library, present and rush back for the meeting. But it's part of the balancing act of life. So the program has been very, 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 very intensive and extensive. The mentors were well-versed and knowledgeable. I won't want to mention names because we've filled that in the form already, but I liked how each mentor brought a different perspective, and that's what added to the entire mosaic of the whole thing. I also want to say a big thank you to group members who have very good help when I was group leader, and also to the facilitators, Williams, Gottslov. I can't mention all of you. You are very, very understanding and helpful. The last thing I would say is I believe that this relationship would continue. Of course, beyond the mentorship program, I believe we would have opportunities to interface in the nearest future. And I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Jiipcc. Thank you so much, Juliana Imam and her team. And thank you so much to the facilitators and the mentors for this learning experience. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the AI course is one very, very interesting course. You hear a whole lot of words you've never heard before. That's for sure. I think that course, you see the likes of Mr. Javi, you see Mr. Gabriel Udo. It's one fabulous, fabulous course. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, sorry, I had a little network glitch there, but we're back again. So we've heard from some of our mentees. Quickly, I want to go to another mentor for some words of advice as we round off this quarter. Okay, I believe he's still here with us from the energy class as well. I want to welcome Mr. Oke Ogene Ubehe. I hope I got that correctly. Last time I murdered his name. So please, sir, over to you, Mr. Ogene Ubehe, sir. Let's give words of wisdom as we say goodbye to our mentees for this quarter. I hope he's still with us.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Kamalo, yeah.
Okay, it seems. Good afternoon,
Can you hear
sir.
me now?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you hear
Yes,
me?
I
Please
can hear
confirm
you.
you can hear me. Okay. So yeah, for giving
Yes,
this
sir.
time, you did a very good job at pronouncing my name. Thank you very much. So thank you again. I think Jiipcc, I need to appreciate Jiipcc once more for the opportunity for us to share our knowledge and giving us this platform for us to reach out to mentees. And like I always say, it's a two-way journey. We don't just always come to support the younger generation as well. Trends in industry, your pattern of thinking, your thought process. And I think that's some of the things that we see on this platform. But one of the things I've listened to all the mentees that I've spoken today. One of the things that strikes me beyond everything is people don't leave the way they came here. And I want to appreciate Jiipcc because there is actually a goal for which this mentorship program was built, which is to take people from where they are as or first level learn. At the end of 6 weeks on the face of the people, I see the transformation. I see how excited they are. And myself, as a mentor, I've been a mentee as well. I've taken a few courses. I have an engineering background, not a law background like both of you. So when I started hearing things like intellectual properties and a few other things, I felt I needed to understand them. It will be useful to me in my career as I go on. And I can tell you, I've not been disappointed. In fact, I have been elevated to come to understand, and even in engineering, we do a lot of contracting reviews for clients and for contractors. And this has given me the platform again to do better in that field. So again, this is a platform where people not just learn, but also you meet the who is who in the industry, those that are ahead of you, that people that you can reach their phone call away or their message away on LinkedIn. And I can't tell you how important that is for any professional that is growing. And I think Jiipcc got it right. Every mentee that has joined this program has gotten it right. And I think we should continue to move in that line. I don't want to leave here without appreciating Juliana Imam, my very good friend Joseph Obor, and the entire Jiipcc team. Dennis, you're doing a good job. Kamalu as well. I think the events we've had and your moderating, I think you have done a very good job. And this platform has also given me the opportunity to meet a few people. During the energy cohort, yes, I've made a few friends also from the class. There's a Victoria and Dukwe. My class actually had some issues, some challenges as we're going. I want to talk about it because this is what life is all about. As we go along, we have certain expectations that things should go in a particular way, but eventually you find that things don't go that way. And you observe it. It's a nudging on you to see how you can make things better and make an impact. Every time we look for a door and access to God, God might provide a window for you also to go into. It must not be a door, right? So we must be very, very conscious that an access is an access, right? So I want to cite this example because I did write an article here as a mentor, and I wrote that article because of the mentees I had, some of the challenges we had. I put it out there for them to understand that it's not just you that is learning. You know, Nigeria as a whole is learning. We are going through different phases, and I liken some of the things that happen in the class to the Nigerian scenario. And the article is that out there is titled "Fostering Outcomes Through Accountability and Teamwork," and this is what I saw in the team. You know, who were working. I noticed that one of the particular groups were not meeting up their presentations. They were not, every time we're having team A and team B was never showing up. I decided to delve deep in to find out why is team E not going on. So I had to talk to Williams to say, Dennis, can you give me the opportunity to talk to these people to find out why are they not able to meet up? Let me see how I can assist them. By just doing that alone, by probing a bit in, you know, looking for the window, not the door, to find out why they are not able to do this. I began to find out the issue of accountability, issue of lack of proper teamwork. And we dealt with this issue, and eventually they had a wonderful presentation when they came out eventually. And this is really wonderful. This is really wonderful. The outcome of what they did was excellent. And that's why I talk about Victoria. She gave an excellent presentation, eventually a good account of the entire thing. And this applies to everywhere. Things might not go the way you expect, but when you probe a bit in, you're able to get some outstanding reports. So networking is one of the things I know we have really done so much here on Jiipcc, and I really want to ensure that we take the networking to the next level. Like most of us mentors who are available for support, reach out to us, knock on our doors, we're able to go. But most importantly, as we go ahead, let us understand that life will not throw at us what we expect. We need to lean in to find out what we can do differently. And the opportunities out there, you know, that drive that we've had, that niche we've picked up from Jiipcc, we should press it out there in the industry and make it now. In the next few days, I'll put a lot of articles I'm churning out again, not just as related to Jiipcc, but also in my career. But again, being in this Jiipcc platform, being exposed to lawyers and a lot of things, I see things a bit differently. And that is some of the things we picked out there. So well done to each and every one of us. I wish you guys the best as you go ahead. Don't take this experience kindly. Don't take it on that easy feast, right? Let's make the best out of what we're doing, and the sky is going to be our starting point. Thank you very much, Jiipcc, and thank you, Goslow Kamalo, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And it's such a pleasure getting a thumbs up for finally getting the name right. Thank you, sir. I was in one of his sessions and he did a fantastic job as usual in his sessions. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Okay, so quickly, I would before I call the next mentor, I want to read. One of our mentees is stuck in traffic, so I'll just read what he sent over, and then I'll go to call the next mentee. Please, all get ready after I read through this, and our mentor I'll be calling on you. Okay, reads. My name is Adejimi Olukunle Ayinde. I am an official reporter, stenographer, and also a scopist with the Lagos State Judiciary. I want to appreciate Jiipcc for this laudable and visionary program, and not to forget my fellow mentees for their support and cooperation. Let me say this, without their support and cooperation, this wouldn't have been possible. Oh, sorry, the messages are coming in and it's pushing the other ones up. Please, can we give me a while to just go through this? Thank you. Going forward, this mentorship and internship program has impacted me in no small way. It has opened, sorry about that. It has opened my eyes to a new vista of opportunities, and I have garnered in the last 6 weeks through excruciating, but it was worth, though excruciating rather, but it was worth it while it lasted. I know that there are so many people in Nigeria who would know little or nothing about digital subjects' rights and obligations. With the knowledge I have during the course of I think I have gotten during the course of this program would be used to advocate for data subjects' rights. The mentorship and internship has been helpful, and I cannot but keep appreciating Jiipcc for this. Moreover, the knowledge garnered so far is not an end in itself, but part of a larger spa. Thank you so much, Ade Jimmy, and thank you, Gloria, for helping me repost that. Okay, there are a lot I don't think I want to read through in the chat box. We want to hear from you in real time. So please, I might not read a whole lot from the chat box. We'd love to hear you say these things. But I think one final read. My name is Favor Ogodi. I'm a law student at the Afeb Babalola University. I was opportune to be a mentee or to be mentored in the BNM, that's blockchain NFT, that's non-fungible tokens and metaverse. My experience during this program was so worth my while. Learned a whole lot, especially with the legal aspects of the area and the need for regulatory compliance. I plan to develop more on this and eventually be a top consultant in the field when it eventually becomes the norm. Thank you, Jiipcc, planning and organizing teams and moderators. Thank you to my mentors, Ms. Buki Ogunsakin and Mr. George Oyewuchi, and my group members. Thank you for such an engaging 7 weeks. Okay, so for now, I might not read so much from the chat box anymore so that we do not keep sending so much on the chat box. I want to go to another mentor who has been with us. This is from okay, there was a pause there. This is from the health tech course. Want to welcome the beautiful Aritha Omoye Okan. Please, if you're still with us here, ma'am, let's get to hear from you, your words of wisdom to our mentees as we wrap up this quarter. Over to you, Mr. Omoye. I hope we still have her. Okay, then please, can we turn our cameras? I think it's closing ceremony. Let's finally get to see our faces. It's closing ceremony. Let's see our faces. Come on. Mr. Philip has been doing that all through, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. Let's see our faces. This is not class as usual. Let's see our faces. Let's get to communicate and interact on a much up close and personal note. Okay. Okay, so while we don't have Ms. Omoye at the moment, I want to move over to Oganetega for your own contribution or your take throughout. Let's get to meet you. What are you at the moment? What program did you take, as well as what you've learned from the program? Okay, over to you, Oganetega Melody.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Oganetega Melody. I am currently a 500 level student, a final year student of law in Delta State University. And I am so grateful to be a part of this program. I took the ADR course in this program, and it was really, really insightful. It was a very taxing journey, especially because I had to juggle with schoolwork, assessment, and project writing, and also keep up with writing articles and all of that. So it was quite taxing during the period, but I'm glad I partook in this program. I was so surprised when I saw my score sheet. I was like, I did not see this coming, because I felt like, I was under a lot of pressure during this period, but I'm glad I took part of it and I gained a lot. I'm grateful for all our mentors. They were really, really grounded in the field. And one thing I noticed during the course of this learning is that they were actually very passionate about what they were teaching us. So you could see the passion, like they were into this field and they were able to like pass on that passion to us. And being somebody that was just not so acquainted about the course of ADR and learning so much from them, I want to pursue in this area. I want to become a mediator and an arbitrator one day, fully certified. I want to pursue, I want to research more, I want to be better, I want to grow in this area. And that's what this program has, bettered in me through the 6 weeks. So I'm very grateful for being a part of this. I'm grateful to the moderator, Mr. Dennis. It was really, really helpful to me and my team. I'm grateful to the organizers. I'm grateful to the mentors. Each and every one of them were really, really great. I appreciate how they took out time. One thing that stood out for me was how they would go out of their way and even spend extra time to teach us. Even when some of the mentees were not so, like, some of them would not leave during the classes, they were still taking out time to give their best. So I'm really, really grateful to each and every one of our mentors. And I say God bless Jiipcc. I say God bless every mentor and everyone that have benefited from this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Oganetega. Thank you. Okay, so quickly, it's my favorite time with Jiipcc. It's picture time. Don't forget to turn on your camera, smile for the camera. It's your final picture for this quarter. Make it count. Make it count. Yes, exactly. They are fixing the hair, fix the gloves. Let's look exquisite for this final picture for the quarter. You're finally graduating. So let's put a smile on our faces. Okay, this particular picture is always emotional because, Okay, I think Mr. Dennis or Sophia will do the honors and alert me once it's done. Mr. Dennis or Sophie, do we have pictures from this closing ceremony? Have you gotten the shots, please? Or several shots? Okay, please, can someone confirm with me that we've taken the pictures? Okay, anyway, our cameras will still be on, so we can be taking more pictures as we move on. Quickly, I want to call another mentee. Let's see if another mentee. Okay, thank you, Mr. Dennis. Thank you. Yes, if you thought Bawa, of course you thought right. Hello, Bawa. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Let us know more about you, the course you did, and how the program has benefited you. Also, how you're going to take on the knowledge you've garnered from this program. Over to you, Bawa.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kamalu. Thank you very much. So my
Good
name is Bawa.
afternoon.
Okay. My name is Bawa Olama Happiness. I'm a fifth year law student at Nassau State University. I participated I benefited from the intellectual property stream of this program. And 7 weeks was a lot for me. It was tiring, but it was very impactful. I enjoyed it. My favorite mentors are Mrs. Onekachi Oyobanide and Mr. Cohen Eben. One thing I picked from this program, aside from what I learned in class, was how to work with people. Because I was not a group leader, but I was a compiler for the PowerPoint presentation. And it was a lot of work because some people dropped their own work late and all of that. But my partner was very, very helpful. I enjoyed working with him. Thanks to Inkosola. With my experience, I plan to use the knowledge to manage my intellectual assets in the future and now with all my works, and to help foster the environment, respect intellectual property rights. Yes. I'm also thankful to Mr. Dennis. He was very, very helpful. At some point, I had issues with the classes and all of that, and he did come through for me. So this opportunity was really good for me. I got the link to register on the last day of registration. And I had been looking for something, but I did not know about Jiipcc. And then a senior colleague of mine sent me the link, and I'm grateful. I'm sure he should be somewhere around. Thank you, Abitawa, for the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Bawa. Thank you so much. I used to see her, I think, in the IP course. Really phenomenal mentee. Thank you. Okay, hello, Olisa Kedu. Olisa, let's get to know more about you as well as the program you were in, and also let's know what you've benefited and how you're going to apply the knowledge you've gained from this program.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, mentees. Good afternoon, mentors. I am Olisa Oluwaseun Adewale, and I'm a legal practitioner. And I want to sincerely appreciate Jiipcc for this beautiful initiative. I got to know about Jiipcc through Mrs. Juliana herself, and ever since I met her, I took interest in anything she was going to do. Because I've been following through IT, and I want to sincerely say that the program was beyond my expectation. I learned a whole lot, and going forward, I'm going to see to it that I continue with advocacy on the intellectual property space. I was a mentee in the intellectual property class, and I'm going to ensure that I put in much more effort to ensuring that the whole world gets to know about the importance of intellectual property, particularly beginning from Nigeria here, ensuring that intellectual property is exposed much more and it is much more appreciated. Thank you so much, Jiipcc, for the opportunity. I'm sincerely grateful, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you, our wonderful mentors and moderators, for doing a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. It was a great pleasure having you in the Jiipcc program. Okay, so I'll move on to another mentee. Hello, Akiton, Vivian. Good. Oh, yes, you. Yes, you. Let's get to meet you. Tell us about you, and let's know how this program has benefited you. What course did you enroll in? Over to you, Vivian.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm Akinto Vivian. I'm a final year law student in Elizabeth University, and I was in the entertainment business and law team. I learned a lot. It's been a long 7 weeks for me because I started the week I started this course the week I took my exams, and it was really stressful for me. But with time, I was able to meet up with the classes, and it's been a wonderful 6 weeks. I didn't regret joining this program. I learned a lot from fashion to comedy and skit, photography, music law, film business. I was able to get a lot from this program. And moving forward, I'll try and intern in a firm that deal more with entertainment business and law. And I'll be able to utilize the knowledge I've learned from here to help the firm. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm about to another mentee. Hello, Stanley Ezechuko.
He just called
Hello,
you on
Stanley.
Stop.
Hello, Stanley. Okay, move on to Charles Ocholi. I hope I got correct. Charles Ocholi. Hello, Charles.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name was.
How do you do?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Okay, Charles, let's get to know you up on personal as well as the course you enrolled in. What do you do now, and how has this benefited you?
Okay. My name is Charles Ucholi. I'm a final year student of University of Jos. With just 3 weeks to go, so in 3 weeks' time, I think I should be done. I took intellectual property, and then during the course of the program, I got to learn a lot. I got to learn about different type of intellectual property rights, especially when it comes to geographical indication, which I was clearly not used to. I was just taught doing this internship. I only knew about copyright, patents, and all of that, but geographical indication was something I was new to. So I got to learn it at the course of my internship here. And then I got to meet great people. I got to network with great mentors. For example, I am Amusa Shukrat. I always disturb Amusa Shukrat on LinkedIn, comments, DM, and then she always gives me feedback and all of that. And then me knowing her as well helped me when I went for an excursion at WIPO office. So I met the director there. So it was all of Amosa Shukrat's connection that I got to speak with the director there. So this internship has been very, very good for me. It has helped me in a lot of things. It has helped me vast my knowledge when it comes to intellectual property. I engage a lot in classes and all of that. So it was only this internship that made it possible. So I would like to thank the moderator, Mr. Goslov, and Mr. Dennis, who have always been accommodating when you come to their DM. There are certain people that when you want to go to their DM, you'll be scared. You'll be like, okay, but with them, you just know that as far guy, you can relate to them, and then they'll get back to you and all of that. And then with the way they handle the internship programs, it's always great. So intellectual property was good for me because I mean the mentors there were very, very great. Although I actually participated in the energy law, but on a minimal level though. But intellectual property was where I focused on. So thank you, Jiipcc, for this opportunity. I appreciate each and every one of you, the mentees and the mentors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Okay, so I want to go through a lot. Please, if you can turn on your cameras, we need to see your faces so that I get to know who next I'm visiting. Hello, Maria Jonah. Hello, Maria. Good afternoon. After Maria, we would have Jess. Hello, Maria. Okay, can we have Jess? Hello, Jess.
Hello. How are you? Are you getting
I'm
it?
very well, thank you. Good afternoon.
Okay,
Do you
yeah,
mind
good
turning on your camera, please, so we can see your face?
Okay, let me see if I get through here. All right, I didn't get it right. Yeah, I think
That's
you can see me
perfect.
now. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Jess Walker, and by nationality, I'm from Liberia, but I live in Rwanda. There went at school, and I also am attending the Independent University of Kigali, and I'm a second year law student. I have remaining 1 year to be graduating. I want to say thank you to the mentors first, and also to the organizer for the program. I think it's highly important. Like most of the mentors who were in the intellectual property class, like me, we are all, employing geographical indication because some of us never even knew anything relating to RP like geographical indication, taking into consideration our continent Africa. And I think it helps a lot, especially me. I was able to understand some of these products, having geographical indication where they originated from and other things like that. And taking into consideration as well, this might be a bit shocking, like my country, by origin Liberia, uh, up to now, we don't have any, renowned RP law, any law that is being established that will be regulating intellectual property. We don't have it in the country, But I hope in time to come, we're gonna have it. Yeah, like few times ago, I over here trying to create an autonomous agency relating to intellectual property. But honestly, this program has helped a lot, really, to be real. And I hope another time to be part of another quarter of the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jess. Thank you. And remember from your class, do not forget, if it's not there, research and be the one to make the move for it to happen. That's one thing we learn here at Jiipcc. If it's not in place, research, begin to write, create awareness for it. Here's the good thing. You do a good thing for society, you make a name for yourself. Money will always follow. Hello, Abel Simon or Simon. Hello, Abel. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. We can hear you, Simon.
Okay, my name is Simon Abu Abel. I'm a final year law student of the Faculty of Law, University of Jos, and I participated at the energy industry. Before now, I took a course in energy law as an undergraduate, but then during this session,
Okay, I might think it's having a network problem. Let's hope we can have him back. Please, Charles, check up on your schoolmates. Let us know what's happening with him. Okay, I would love to move on to another mentee. Hello, Ephraim Azaria. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, fellow mentees and mentors online this afternoon. I don't know whether people are here.
You.
So sorry, I had a stressful day. I just came back and I logged in late. Honestly, my name is Ifrem Azaria, sorry. I'm a final year student of Babcock University from accounting department. I had the knowledge of ADR when I had a course, conflict resolution on my second semester, 300 level. And I have zeal because the time we had was so little. I couldn't learn much about it, even though I go through the book they've shared for us. I really find the course more personal fulfilling. It gives me an opportunity to help people resolve disputes and achieve positive outcomes through collaboration and cooperation. ADR method is a fast-growing method of resolving disputes around the world. So the demand for it, arbitrators and mediators, is fast increasing. So I learned the skills and techniques in resolving disputes like active listening, problem solving, communication skills, and negotiation, and a lot of them, especially the mentors. There was a day that they gave us a practical assimilation between themselves. You see the way they were arguing, I say, as an accounting student, I think I'm in the wrong place. But at the end of it all, I find to understand the course itself as a personal, application. When you apply it to your life, it gives you ability to develop awareness in understanding how to resolve issues within family, workplace, and neighborhood. So I'm really, really grateful to Jiipcc for the opportunity they've given me. God bless you all. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I can imagine how it might have been for you in that circumstance. But here's good thing here in the program. Every field you can come in, you get the knowledge and you grow on it. Thank you so much, Mr. Ephraim. Okay, so Maria is back. Hello, Maria Jonah. Good afternoon.
I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, please.
Can everyone? Okay. So my name is Maria Jonah, and I just got called to bar last month, and I was part of the entertainment and business law group, specifically group 2. And I want to say the program has been really insightful. I've learned a lot, and as a new week trying to navigate the legal space, I think this has given me an opportunity to network with people in certain fields that I wouldn't have ordinarily, maybe I wouldn't have, but I have been able to do that. And then this, personally, I don't like public speaking, but during this program, I had to present. I think I presented like 3 times because I presented like 3 times or 2 times. So it kind of pushed me to be more open to public speaking. So yeah, I really liked that. And then also the research in writing articles, I was able to really go into the nitty of entertainment law and find out certain things that I've never really
Okay, I think she'll be having some issues with network. She had complained before about her network. Congrats, Maria. Welcome to the biggest bar in Africa. Okay, so I want to move on to Duyamba Favor. Good afternoon, Favor.
Good afternoon. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, please, you can hear you. Carry on, please.
All right. Thank you very much. My name is Duyamba Favor. I'm currently final year law student. I'm also from the University of Jos, same with Charles and Abel. And I enrolled for the FinTech and Blockchain program. So I enrolled in 2 programs. I enrolled in FinTech specifically is because in the tech, in social media research on data privacy. In fact, my project is on data privacy. It's let's say theoretical knowledge about it, but then I into how that knowledge can be. So I enrolled into the fintech space, and then when I was enrolled into the fintech space, I dropped in the financial sector. So I was like, okay, how about I merge the 2 and then see how it goes, right? And of course, the journey has been interesting. It has been intense. It has been stretching. I learned a lot. I want to thank our mentors. Our mentors they've actually been very, very inspiring and thoughtful. And they've really been there, right? Ms. Buki from blockchain, and Ms. George also, both in blockchain and fintech space, Mr. Raphael, and a lot of them, they've actually been they've always been there for us. They've taught us, and you actually, like one of the mentees said earlier on, you can actually feel like these people are actually passionate about their work, and then they have expertise in their work also. So I would say I've learned a lot. My knowledge about our privacy or AI is no longer the way it is before, right? Because I've had a different perspective about these areas, how it can be applied in a particular industry. And also, I'll say that going into the fintech space, I also got to learn about, I think, both big fintech and blockchain. I also got to learn about intellectual property. So because we had to be engaged in some of those discussions, right? We had to do research on those areas. So even though we didn't do about intellectual property, we actually got to learn to some extent about it and how it applies in the fintech space. So it has actually been a very rewarding session, I'll say. And how am I going to apply that to my personal life, or to how am I going to apply it to my career? I'll say that this has to some extent shaped my career trajectory. I've being able to know, okay, this is what is expected in this particular career. This is how I'm going to develop the necessary skills for it, right? I think our first topic in blockchain, in fintech, was to discover what are the necessary skills that are necessary to thrive in the fintech space. And I actually learned a lot through that. And through my knowledge in this field, I hope to also help my friends out there to tell them about what this industry holds and what are the prospects that it has for law students. And for those that are interested to further their education, I also hope to recommend Jiipcc for them to also learn and experience what I've experienced so far. So thank you very much. Thank you to our mentors. Thank you to Mr. Williams, also to our coordinator, Mr. Dennis. You've always been there. So thank you very much. I really appreciate, and thank you also the coordinator for giving me the opportunity to speak. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Favor. Thank you. Okay, so quickly, I want another mentee. Hello, Awojemila Taiwo.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Awojemila Taiwo.
Good
Can you
afternoon.
hear
You
me?
might turn on your camera, please.
Okay. My name is Awojemila Taiwo. I'm a final year law student of Elizade University. I took
Can barely
the
see your
data
face.
private. Sorry?
Can we see your face? Thank you.
Okay, I took the data privacy and protection course, and then I learned so many things from who a DPO is, data privacy and protection, the acts, the regulations, data breach management, and so on. So I hope to take more advanced courses on data privacy and protection so I can gain more knowledge. Although I learned so many things, I had like zero idea about what data privacy and protection entailed when I was starting this program. So I would like to thank all the mentors and the team of Jiipcc, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so quickly, let's see how much or how many more people we can take before we call it a day. Okay. Can we hear from Wisdom Agboyehemen? Hello, Wisdom. Okay. Do we have Princess Oria Rebon with us? Because I want to be sure that we have most of these people. Okay, John Praise, if you're ready, you can take over. After John Praise, we'll hear from Angel Isaac.
All right. Good afternoon. I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, please, you can hear you.
Okay. I really want to appreciate GIIPCC for this opportunity to be part of this mentorship session. And I must really say that being a part of this session was like, okay, sorry, pardon me, I'm a student of the University of Jos, penultimate law student, University of Jos, and took law next course. And I must really being a part of this was like delving into a treasure trove of knowledge and inspiration. The mentors were simply mind blowing, and their passion towards was really really contagious. And personally, I was really delighted because I was able to see one or two faces that I was familiar with as regards the mentors people have been following on social media. And I was really excited when I saw them take us on some of the courses and all that. And I'm very, very certain that the knowledge I've gained from GIIPCC wouldn't just end here. I'll definitely do well to share the knowledge with other people. I'll definitely do well to also put more people on, and I'll definitely spread the gospel of GIIPCC that I believe would actually benefit immensely from this program. And I want to appreciate you, the moderator, Sir Goslov, and also Sir Dennis for always being there for us and for always giving us a reason to keep going. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and God bless GIIPCC, and God bless all the mentors for all they have been doing for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. John Fraser. Thank you. That means a whole lot to us. Okay, Angel Isaac, over to you now, please.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wonderful session. I've heard from everybody, and I will say, I mean, I don't think there's anyone that joined the program that hasn't been impacted one way or the other. Okay, I'm a lawyer, and the major reason why I joined the GIPC is I wanted to gain knowledge. Okay, I was part of the data protection and privacy session, so I just wanted to gain more knowledge on it. I just wanted to see what other people have to say about it, because I've been reading up on it for a while now. And during the session, first of all, I'll be very honest, it's my opinion. When I saw the plenty articles to write and test, I almost backed out, I almost ran away, because my work, I was already choked up with work, and I did not even want to be engaged in something this taxing. I was like, I can't do this, because my friend told me about it. She even had to back up after a while because it was not easy for her, but I'm glad that I just was resilient and I just said, no, I'm going to do this. It was very insightful. All the mentors that I don't have a favorite, because I feel like everyone did their wonderful best in teaching us and in explaining and taking their time. Another reason why I wanted to run away initially was when Mr. Solomon Okedera, because the first time he had a presentation, he shouted at us that, what is this? That our presentation was like almost empty. We didn't have cases or things like that. I was like, hey, so is this what we'll be doing? So I'm really grateful that I stuck to the end. Honestly, it was not easy, but I'm really grateful. And I went for the PrivCon conference, and I was able to see some of my mentors, and I was like, so I'm not rolling with big dogs like this. So the platform and the opportunity that GIPC has given us is wonderful. And when I went for the conference, and later on, Mrs. Abisola Oshin also taught us, I was almost, because when she was in that conference, she was saying a lot of wonderful things. And when she now came to be a mentor on one of our sessions, I was so elated. So I just want to say thank you once again for this opportunity. At first, I was thinking that I could combine two courses together. I don't know if anybody did this here, but if you did it, my heart are off to you, because but like
Okay, that's wonderful. I'm hoping that if I have the time, I'll do two next time because I really it's been a wonderful journey and I would like to learn more in other. I'm hearing people from ADR, entertainment, everybody has something to say, which is wonderful. If I did data protection and I came with zero or little knowledge and I'm going with like, okay, I feel like I'm now a DPO. I'm not feeling like a DPO. The other day I was advising somebody about something. Like, so you have this much knowledge. Okay, so if someone like me can go from zero to like, okay, at least 8 to 9 knowledge of data protection over 10, I feel like I've told all my other friends about it. You need to, I've told even my juniors in university, see this GIPC, you need to try and register, whatever field you want to just take. So I'm grateful, yeah. It's been an impactful session and I'm going to also apply for other courses. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Angel. Thank you. The truth is, here at Jiipcc, the fear of where are the Nigerian cases? Where are the Nigerian scenarios? Or where are the African cases? And then when you have more African Nigerian cases, you hear questions like, how about other jurisdictions? Why is it only Nigeria you have in your slide? It's always crazy. But the good thing is the knowledge must go around. Charity must begin at home here in Africa. As we put the knowledge, as we get knowledge here, also we check vis-a-vis other jurisdictions. And the fear of articles. I would say one thing this program did for me was, yes, some of us did 2 courses. I had someone who actually did 3 courses at once. It helped me begin to get love again in writing and doing research, especially in a new field. If you finish this program, trust me, you learn how to write research papers. You learn how to write research papers. It pushed me into becoming a copywriter because I found that I was doing a lot of research and my love for writing came back. So that's one plus you find here. So thank you so much for the kind of saying right now you're all ambassadors of the program. We've gotten a lot from this program. Someone else must hear about it. If you see my status or LinkedIn or Facebook, Jiipcc must always be preached about because this program is a germ. Okay, moving on, let's hear from Augustine Chima Chidi. Do not forget to see the closing ceremony for the second quarter of the 2024 mentorship quarter. And before we round off today, we're going to hear our awardees for the best performing mentees you do not want to miss. So ensure that you don't leave before that time so you do not miss that. It could be you. It could be you. And we have some amazing announcements to make at the end of today's closing ceremony. Okay, Augustine Chimachidi, over to you, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Augustine Chima. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
I'm
you
a
can
graduate
hear.
of Ebonyi State University, Abakaliki. I'm sorry, I'm at work and I did the AGL course, the alternative dispute resolution, and I think I've only heard 2 persons from AGL course that spoke. First of all, say I'm proud of Miss Gloria because she was one of the people that was always there to share the group members, call everyone to say our meeting is today, our meeting is by 5 p.m., our meeting is by 6 p.m., and the tasks and the articles and the presentations. She was always there. And even when I was was made a group leader for 2 times, she was always there to help me coordinate the group and everything. Also, I must say a very big thank you to Mr. Nachan, Mr. Nachan Nagwan, and Mr. Samuel Orobosa. They are my favorite mentors because they were always there to hear us out, hear me out in particular, answer skills, even the practical session that we had. they were always giving us the corrections and making sure that we don't miss out in any part of it. So that maybe we'll not go out to the multi-door court and we'll say, okay, I entered with Jiipcc and here I am here. I don't know how to handle a case in mediation. I don't know how to be a good arbitrator in any ADR case. Also, I want to say thank you to Jiipcc for this wonderful opportunity. Before, I wanted to take on the blockchain course because I'm a trader. I'm a crypto trader and a forex trader. But then I love ADR so much, and I had to go for the course I love so much because I'm so much passionate in ADR instead of going for blockchain, of which I will definitely come back to take on blockchain and fintech. So I must say a very big thank you to our mentors for always being by our side, and Mr. Dennis for always coming through the back to say, please, Augustine, call Miss Gloria, call every of your group member to make sure they attend the meeting. And if you have other questions that we couldn't ask during the live section, he was always there to answer our question in his DM. I want to say a very big thank you to him and also to Jiipcc. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to intern with you and also be mentored by you. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Augustine. Thank you. Okay, so he mentioned something that I really appreciate. I want to hear from other courses. Please, where are the fintech people? Where are those from energy? Fintech, energy. Where are you, please? Because I know we've heard from most of our courses already, but I've not heard anyone from the fintech course yet. I've not heard anyone from health tech and law. I've not heard anyone from energy yet. Please, we're about rounding off this session. If you want to say something, kindly indicate now, as in the next few minutes, we'll be rounding off this session. Okay. Hello, Onye Kaswala. I hope I got that. Onye Kaswala. Help me out, please. Over to you. Onye
Hello,
Kaswala.
good evening, everybody. I am Onyikonsola Orelu. I was opportune to participate in the intellectual property course. I'm a fourth year law student in Elizade University, and I really enjoyed my mentorship program because I did the intellectual property course a year before when I was in 300 level, and I wanted to know more about it because I really liked the course and would love to, when I start practicing as a lawyer, to go into that specialty. So I really enjoyed. I was able to meet intelligent people. I was able to research, work with intelligent people, be in group with smart people, inspiring people, insightful people. And I was able to be taught by also insightful and inspiring mentors. And I thank every single mentor that taught us because I really enjoyed the sessions, and especially being able to research and find out things that I never knew before. That was really inspiring. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. So we're taking 5 moments or 6 moments. Let's start with Abel Simon. If you're back with us, please, let's have you. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. You
Thank
actually gave me
you.
the first time, but I had network issues, so I couldn't connect properly. Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Simon Abu Abel, a 5th-year law student of the University of Jos. I particularly took a course in the energy industry. So when you were looking for other persons who took course in the energy industry, I was wondering where my fellow mentees were. Thank you so much. Before now, I particularly took a course. I took a course in first semester in oil and gas, but during the course of that class, everything in the discussion was just abstract. I barely understood what the lecturer was talking in class, not until I engaged in the energy industry with Jiipcc. So I'm particularly grateful to the firm Jiipcc, to our mentors, to my fellow mentees here for their cooperation and time. And I look forward to taking more courses at the Jiipcc. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, Mr. Abel, we could hear you.
Okay, I don't know whether other mentors and mentees heard me, but maybe it was just your network that was bad. I don't really know whether it was from my end.
Okay, please, did everyone else hear him as well?
Yes, we heard.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so quickly, I would want to call on Settlement House. Please, let's have Settlement House, please. I don't know if they're still here with us. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay, someone just sent the Pro Network. My name is Emanuela Nde, a legal practitioner. I'll describe my experience during this mentorship program using 3 words, which are amazing, inspiring, and educative. I intend to pursue a career path in cybersecurity, data, and technology law. The knowledge and certification gotten from this mentorship program will be an added advantage to ensure I realize that dream and make necessary and make necessary impacts in these areas of specialization. Thank you to the Jiipcc team for putting up this insightful program and platform. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, while we wait for Settlement House to speak to us, let's hear from Nwanne Victoria.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Nwanne Victoria Ndupe, and I'm a lawyer, and I was just I'm studying the energy industry, and I was just recently employed in an oil servicing company, and they saw my legal background, and they said, aside from the administrative work I was employed to do, that I had legal support too, and I had no idea about the energy industry. Like, I really knew close to nothing about it, so I needed help. And when I saw the advert of this mentorship program, I registered, and I directed my attention to the energy industry, and I must say I've been really impressed. I've really enlightened about the energy industry. I've learned a whole lot. I've learned a whole lot about the whole. I actually thought about just focusing on the oil and gas industry, but it ended up being that it was a whole energy industry. We're learning about oil and gas, the renewables, the power industry, and it has been so insightful. It has really been insightful. So I'm really grateful to the organizers of this mentorship program. I'm grateful to the mentors who have really given their time to educate us properly on the energy industry, and it's definitely going to help me out in my work. And right now, it's helped me to be able to direct my. I'm thinking and highly considering directing my path towards being a commercial and transactional lawyer. So with this course, I intend to do more courses and learn more about the energy industry. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so let's hear from Joy Emmanuel, please. We'll be taking 3 more after Joy Emmanuel. Joy Emmanuel, please. Taking 3 more after Joy Emmanuel.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Joy Emmanuel, and I am from the University of Uyo, the 100-level law student. My experience in ADR, I would say it was very enlightening. One of my most memorable experiences during our session was a practical arbitration session. Then one of the mentors was like, when we tried our best, because it was an out of the spot moment. So when we tried our own part of tried to practicalize it, we were talking like market women. Is this a market women society? That kind of thing. So we had to go back, and actually I was not meant to even present. The group leaders were meant to present or do something about it, but I had presented the other time, and it was just, but thank God. Then we had another tasking part was leadership. I learned a lot about leadership, about interfacing, interacting with others, especially for the practical mediation session. I had to do a lot of research. I had to do more research than I had done before on my articles, because I needed to gain more insight before, because practice makes perfect. We had, I think, 5 practice sessions before the actual practical mediation session. And I want to thank my teammates, especially Gloria. Gloria has always been there. Gloria has been very consistent. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, Gloria is there, so, and that if any to hack in the ADR group 1, then moving forward, I hope to establish a presence of ADR in my faculty. Moving forward, I want to establish a presence of ADR in my faculty, make it more known, because many have a misconception about ADR. So I would like to remove that misconception. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joy. I am simply proud because you're from my alma mater, and reach out to me for sure. I'll help you out. Reach out to the Dean of Faculty of Law and let's see how to push more on ADR. I know by your year 4, you will learn more on ADR. We have a professor there who handles that. So with this, Joy, already, reach out to me. I would talk to her about you and see how to push on with this interest so you can start having active experience in the ADR field. I'm really, really, really proud. My Joy knows no bound right now. Okay. So let's have Favor Benyangba. I'm so sorry. Please, Favor. Favor, please. And let's see how soon we can also have Settlement House back again. I think that's Mr. Nanchang. I'm still checking if he's back with us. But before then, let's have Favor, please. Okay. Please, Favor, please just wait a bit. I think we have Mr. Nanchang back with us. I'm sorry, sir. Please, over to you, sir. From the ADR course, please let have one of our mentors speak to us. Over to you, sir. Thank you. I'm so sorry for keeping you waiting this long. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Oh no, I think there might be some issues with the network. From my end, not at all, sir.
Yeah. His hand is even up.
Okay, I think he's having some issues with network. So while he's fixing that, let's hear from Favor, please. After Favor, we'll take just one moment. So please, if you want to take out that spot after Favor, kindly send a DM now to steal that slot. Because other Favor, if we have Mr. Nanchang back, we'll hear from him. And then we get to meet our best performing mentees of this quarter. Now, this is a mixture of your presentation skills, mixture of your examination, your attendance, your articles, times you were given responsibilities, all these put together. Yes. Okay, so let's go to Favor. Favor, over to you, please.
Good
Hello,
evening,
Favor.
everyone. Can
Good
you hear me?
evening. Oh, yes, please.
Okay, my name is Benyangba Favor. I'm a final year law student of Elizabeth University, and I took the Artificial Intelligence and Technology class. Before I applied for the class, I had very little knowledge about what artificial intelligence and technology was all about, but I can boldly say that I have a reasonable knowledge about the topic now. And I also want to appreciate the fact that I was able to write articles. Before now, I have never really written articles, but I was able to write at least 3 articles on the topic. I also learned leadership skills because I had to take the role of being the group leader, I think once officially and then twice unofficially, and it wasn't really easy, but I was able to learn teamwork and work with my teammates. And then moving on, I would like to take more advanced courses on the topic because I really want to learn more about the topic and know what it is about. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, we have him back. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are joining from. My name is Nanchang Nangwang, and I am the Executive Director of Settlement House ADR Training Institute. It has been a delight and pleasure for us to collaborate with Jiipcc to introduce the Alternative Dispute Resolution Mentorship Program, and it has been amazing. It has its own challenges, but I think for the first time, we're able to achieve a lot. The mentees have learned one or two things, and then we really appreciate the mentors who avail their times, their energy, their resources, to be able to mentor these mentees. Thanks to Dennis, who made the program to be very successful. He has been there every time, and we are very, very grateful for that. Now, my comments to the mentees, I as I always say, ADR is actually has to do with life skills. These life skills are skills that you use in your business, you use at home, you use in your interaction with people, with friends, with fellow human beings, at work, in everything that you do. ADR is involved in it. And so when you learn some of these skills like emotional intelligence, how to negotiate, how to settle disputes, you add value to yourself. When you go out there and looking for employment, in addition to whatsoever you have learned or whatsoever course you have studied, when they know that you have conflict resolution or dispute resolution skills, that becomes an added advantage for you. And I am happy that some of the mentees, showed dedication in the course of the mentorship, and they have done what they need to do, although it is not without some challenges here and there. So I want to appreciate Jiipcc for providing this platform and for the opportunities. I've listened keenly to some of the mentees who have actually indicated interest in trying to couch a niche for themselves in alternative dispute resolution. We are very, very much ready and available to see what we can do. In fact, I think we have discussed with Juliana. Thanks to her for approving and bringing this ADR on board. We have discussed, and then we have some kind of sponsorship opportunity for mentees, not only on the ADR space, but for mentees in Jiipcc generally, who are interested in taking up careers in alternative dispute resolution, either as mediators or arbitrators. In fact, we have a current training that is starting, virtual training, that mediation skills training and certification, that is commencing on the 29th of April to 3rd of May. And we have given a very discounted slots for mentees of this program who want to specialize and become certified mediators to take advantage of it. I am actually happy and delighted. My passion for ADR finds expression in the mentorship because I was always there, and then some of my colleagues also had the opportunity to share their generation, and we are happy that some of them are actually motivated to see that they want to become professionals in ADR. So thank you very much. Gloria, she has also been very, very available to all the sessions. Thank you for for some of them who took up the roles of mediators, parties here and there. I know that they have learned a little. By the time they come up to the certification program, they will see that most of the things that they are going to be doing will be a walkover because they have had the opportunity of having the basic foundational knowledge, which may not just come easily. They had opportunity to ask questions, they interacted with their colleagues, and then a lot of mentors from all over the world, different parts of the Africa, they were available to answer their questions, guide them through, even in the arbitration session. So it was actually an interesting one. We are looking forward to continuing this program for other people. I advocate that all professionals, no matter discipline, try and get enrolled in the mentorship. It's a free program. And then if you are to pay for the knowledge you are being given during the mentorship, I know that a lot of people may not be able to afford it, but for this opportunity, it was actually wonderful. So I implore those who have gained from the experience to share their knowledge with others and encourage them to enroll for the next batch of the mentorship. Thank you very much. My appreciation goes to Juliana Imam for making this possible. Thanks to Jiipcc team for all the messages, the follow-up, the emails and all of that. It was actually wonderful. I personally have learned from the experience. I've also learned from the mentees. I've learned from the coordinators and the team. It was actually an interesting one. I look forward to another opportunity. Very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so we'll take one last mentee as we round off finally for the closing ceremony. So we want to take one person from Health Tech and Law. Hello, Uju. Hello, Uju. Okay, Uju is no longer on the call with us. Quickly, we'll be going into awards. At this point, we want to know my mentees. I want to know our mentees who have done phenomenally well during the quarter. It's an initiative from Jiipcc to give some credence to mentees who have done so well. Now, when we spoke about CV writing, remember when our mentor said, your CV should show that you're a superstar. That's why in every point you find yourself, try to be the best. Give 110%. I said before, the scores were accumulated from your articles, your attendance, your examination, the times you made the group head, how well did you carry on the group, the time you had to present. There's some of us who were very active but did not pay attention to our articles or to our presentations. This is an all-round program to produce an all-round professional. Okay, having said that, one more time, thank you so much to Mr. Nanchang for that beautiful one. It's really nice seeing people take up space in ADR. Okay, having said that, please, I hope you can still hear me. Let me confirm that because we're going into a very important part. Okay, thank you, Philip. So first up, I want to give a big shout out to Philip. It's really been amazing seeing your face. Your own person, I would say, overall for me, you've been really inspiring. Any session I have and you're there, you're always available with a smile and always participating. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on to our list. The list now, I mean the list of names of mentees and their courses and how well they fared. So I want to start off with patent drafting. The best performing mentee for patent drafting. Best performing mentee for patent drafting goes to, drum rolls, please. Okay, Nugus Sintayehu. Hope I got that correctly. Nugus Sintayehu. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Manilala, for the drum roll. Congratulations to Nugus for clinching the award for the best performing mentee from the patent drafting course. Okay, I'll go next to blockchain, NFT, and metaverse. The best performing mentee from the blockchain, NFT, and metaverse goes to Adeyeye Adeshinayo. Adeyeye Adeshinayo. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Okay, for fintech, the best performing mentee for fintech, do not forget, these are cumulative of all your participations. Yes, congrats, Adeyeye. Your articles, attendance, presentation, participation generally. We want to have an all-round mentee. We had all-round mentors. We want to be sure we have all-round mentees. Okay, I'll move next to AI, artificial intelligence. The best performing mentee from artificial intelligence goes to Bopemi Olokoga. Congratulations to Bopemi Olokoga, the best performing mentee from the artificial intelligence course. Congratulations. Okay, up next, from energy course. From the energy course, the best performing mentee goes to Dorcas Oketoyin. Dorcas Oketoyin. Congratulations to Dorcas Oketoyin from the energy course. Up next, we have the health tech and law. Health tech and law. The best performing mentee, all-round mentee for that course goes to Wale Oluwajuwonlo. Wale Oluwajuwonlo. Congratulations to Wale from Health Tech and Law. Okay. Up next, from ADR, the ADR course, the best performing mentee. Now, this was almost a tie, but then articles became the deal breaker. It was almost a tie. The other person in the tie, I heard the name so much today. Now, the deal breaker was. So congratulations to, okay, Mr. Nate already has it on the screen. Congratulations to Mona Soko Rimda. Then from the Entertainment Business and Law, we have Israel Adebiyi. From IP, we have Adegbe Yingbe, sorry, Oyinka Shola. And also from the Data Privacy and Protection, we have Princess Oriarebon. Congratulations to all our mentees who did exceedingly well this quarter. You were phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, having said that, I would want to at this point hand over to Mr. Dennis to give us more information. Do not forget that for those, you'll be getting your certificates for those who did well in their exams and have the aggregate to qualify them for certificates. For those who did not partake in the exams, probably Ms. Dennis will give us that information. But I believe that for those who did not participate in the exams, you can always come back next quarter, take your exams, get the right aggregate, and get your certificate. Yes. So if you were not in the exams, you cannot have a certificate without participating in the examinations. So for those who were not involved in the exams, you can always return next quarter, take the exams, and get your certificate. Once more, congratulations to all our best performing mentees. While getting your certificates for, oh yes, as well as saying that, while you're getting your certificates for participating in the program, you'll also be getting your certificates as the best performing mentee for each of these programs. Once more, congratulations. I wish we had this in my time. Mr. Joseph, what do you think, sir? Can we give one in retrospective nature kind of thingy? Because someone like us, let's pray we're the best in our time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I'm feeling bad. Let me go and call those on my.
If we're able to bring everybody together again, maybe that might be a very likely possibility.
Okay. I will go and call my team because we're going to soon. Okay, it's our time travel machine, no problem. Okay, so I'll hand over to Mr. Dennis, who will finally hand over to Mr. Joseph to give us final words. Okay, Mr. Dennis, over to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Goslov. And I want to say a big thank you to all the mentees as well as the mentors that have been with us throughout the course of the program. It has been an interesting 7 weeks. I promise you, you don't want to know how intense it has been for all of us, including I myself. It has been very, very intense, right? Sometimes I can remember getting to Wednesday, I begin to have certain level of anxiety because I know coming from Wednesday down to Sunday, we have classes and we have to keep monitoring to make sure that on both the sides of the mentees, they are doing what they are supposed to do, and our mentors are always with us. It has been really, really sacrificial on all parties. It has really been sacrificial on all parties, right? I'm sure our mentees, they've had in the middle or in the midst of engagements, some of them have had to contribute to presentations, had to um, carry out tasks, had to write their articles in the midst of so much engagement. And I want to say well done to everyone and also to our mentors also. I'm sure, in the midst of our mentors' busy schedule, they always make our time to make sure that, they're able to be in session, and we don't really go through sections without mentors. So a big thank you to our mentors, also to our mentees. I really, really, and I truly, truly celebrate the effort everyone has put in, right? While compiling the list, the results and everything, I was going through the scores, and I knew that what was going to be the deep breaker was some of the articles and also the social media postings. But generally, I want to say well done. Compliance level was quite okay, right? On the sides of the mentees, you people did well, and it was really nice working with this particular badge. And I will for sure miss every single mentee that I've had the opportunity to work with. And I will for sure miss every single mentee that I've had the opportunity to work with.
Okay, I think there might be some issues with his network. Some issues with his network. And we announced for IP. For IP is in Adegbe Yingbe Oyin Konshola. Yes, that's for IP. We'll be sending the graphics for that to all your groups as well as on our Jiipcc social media handles. You can check all that as well. Please do not forget, follow your mentors, follow them. You can also follow fellow mentees. Keep the conversation going. Then follow Jiipcc. I want you to invite as many who want to join the moderating team. You're welcome. Or Jiipcc Communications team, you're also welcome. You want to learn the art of moderating, you want to learn how to handle probably your gift of speaking, you're welcome to the moderating team. We take it very, very seriously here at Jiipcc. You can join, you can learn, and you can grow in that space. So you're always welcome. Okay, since we have a message for Mr. Dennis, I want to hand over now to Mr. Joseph, our co-founder. It's always a pleasure hearing from our father. He gives us so much wisdom. Over to you, sir. And thank you again. You've been with us from the beginning till now. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I think Dennis is here. Dennis, let's let Dennis have the opportunity to just wrap up properly before we close up.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. D.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so like I was saying, the communications and the interactions should not end here, right? Mentees should take advantage of some of the contacts you've been able to build with fellow mentees, also with the mentors, and make sure that you are building up on it as you progress and as you move forward in the lines and in the direction of your character of your career. I have learned in no small way, right, that greatness is built on the back of networking. It's well, not to say the Nigerian factor, generally the global standard, right? It's very, very much about who you know, right? What you know and who you know, right? These two factors in themselves are what makes up for greatness. And I would like for every mentee here to take advantage of the knowledge you have gained, the experience you have gained, and also the networkings that you have also gained. Please make sure to, like Mr. Goslov already said, make sure to reach out to your mentor, to the mentors. You have their contacts, you have their flyers on your groups. We also have their flyers on our LinkedIn page. You can always do well to make reference to that, to reach out to them and connect with them. And I'm sure if you put it out there that you were mentee under the JIIPCC mentorship and internship program, they will be so glad to respond and to help you in as many ways that they can. So I want to say thank you so much for everything that we have collectively done. Right, this is not just on the back or on the effort of the organizers. It's also on the back of the mentees that have put in the work to make sure that they handle presentations, they do what they need to do, and they are in attendance in the sessions, and also on the sides of the mentors that make sure that they are always there to share their knowledge and their experience with our mentees. We've been able to build this structure together collectively on the back of this collaboration and this cooperation. And I'm sure that moving forward, right, we'll be seeing each other at the very top and also building or engaging in better and stronger relationships. So from my own end, right, that is basically it. Not to overdrag my talk, right? Just to hand over to Mr. Joseph so that he can just help us wrap up this particular closing ceremony. And I'm sure it has been an interesting time for all of us. Over to you, Mr. Joseph, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis. There's something people say that every good thing comes to an end, but I beg to differ because I particularly believe that knowledge is knowledge, number one, then maybe love. Love never comes to an end. Love is infinite. Knowledge is also infinite. So I welcome you guys to, that thing that never comes to an end. And knowledge is what has bound all of us together in the Jiipcc community. The quest for knowledge, the search for knowledge, the search for personal development. I want to say a very, very big thank you to all of you who have been very beginning since 2 p.m. Till it's almost 5 p.m. right now. Thank you. God bless you. And my prayer basically is that you would experience the fruit of your efforts as going forward from this program. Like I said earlier on, Jiipcc is open. If you have ideas, if there are ways you want us to collaborate, if there are things you would like us to do for you or with you to better your future, please feel very free. Reach out to us through the social media handles. Reach out to us on WhatsApp. Just talk to us. Find a way to get across to us. To all our mentors, thank you so much. Like we said earlier, this would not have been possible without you. We are very grateful. We are very thankful. We are almost, in fact, the feeling is a feeling of indebtedness. We're indebted to you. Thank you for making it possible. This was a whole stretch, about over 10 aspects of the program running side by side without, even when there were hitches, we pulled through all of that to bring a beautiful program to all the mentors and the mentees as well. I cannot stop without thanking Dennis. Dennis has been very exceptional. Thank you, Mr. Dennis, for the great work that you do. This for you is beyond working with Jiipcc. You have shown passion, you have shown dedication, you have shown that you have a resilient spirit. And I pray that when you need people, when you need people to key into your dream, you would always find people who are strong and people who will go all out beyond what they are being paid. You will go all out, people that will go all out to be there for you. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Sophie, thank you for being part of the team, handling all the communications. Your work has been excellent. It has been splendid. And I cannot forget but to thank our visionary, Juliana. But for that tiny spark in her mind that started this whole program about 3 to 4 years ago, we would not have been here. Having reached out to over 700 plus mentees across about 10 to 12 African countries, then we have mentors from almost every continent on the planet. It's really something to be very proud of. Juliana, we are proud of you. Thank you for everything that you do, everything that you continue to do, the mental support, the support, the strategic support. I cannot really say so much more. You've really been a pillar supporting this program. God bless you. And I would like to wrap up by saying, God bless all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you is not enough. Thank you is not enough. And don't forget, the knowledge that binds us together. You know, knowledge without action remains knowledge. So my prayer is that we move a step ahead and we begin to take action on the things that we've learned. Some of us might need to go back to the program and watch it again on YouTube. There might just be something that you may have missed out that you need to get back that would be the foundation of a great product, a great service that you might be putting out into the marketplace. And I wish us all the very best. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It's been phenomenal. We want to say a big thank you to you too. Thank you for... Hello, sir.
Bye, everyone. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a very fabulous day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.